guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, K-Dot, ayy, Miss Curtis, ayy, Rissa, ayy, Carissa, ayy. Alright, let's talk about being a vegetarian for a year. We about to get real. We gonna get real. If you are on the vegetarian train, you're new to it, what's up? Welcome you. Congrats on being a vegetarian. Or if you're a vegan, leave your journey in the comments below, please. I would love to hear anything and everything about why you wanted to become a vegetarian, what foods you like. Please leave recipes down below. All right, well, let's get into this video. Here, 365. That's me, baby. That's me. I have a lot of things to say. One of the reasons why I'm a vegetarian is because it's the only thing that I can control. I have no other control in my entire life except for what I eat. Having that discipline in the one area of my life I can control, I can start to have discipline in other areas of my life, which is like amazing. I liked being able to have self-control because if I can control what I eat, I can start controlling the way I feel, the way I think. I have negative self-talk, and so what I've been working on is positive self-talk, and so it's just a constant discipline, you know. I want to be this confident, self-loving person, and in order to do that, I have to discipline myself in areas where people aren't going to discipline me. I believe it has like a ripple effect, but I have a weak mind. So for me, it's really building me up to be a stronger individual, and that's exactly one of the reasons why I did it. Everyone I tell that I'm a vegetarian to, they're like, oh, I could never do that. And it's like, you just put a cap on what you can and cannot do, you know, like you just limited yourself by saying, oh, I can never do that. I used to think like that, like, oh, I could never give up meat. Like, are you freaking crazy? I love it. Like, once you do, you know that you can accomplish so much more than what you think you can. I realized that I can really do anything that I want to, you guys. If you set your mind to it, you can do anything. I really believe in myself, and I've never believed in myself ever. Like ever. Of course you have weaker days and days you want to give in. Once you push through that threshold, oh my gosh, it just unlocks a whole new world. It's insane, you guys. Like, I'm telling you, being a vegetarian is amazing. I know I'm going on this long spiel, but it's real. Long spiel, but it's real. Long spiel, but it's real. Ayy, keep it real, keep it righteous. That's my motto. Another reason, I want my dream body and I'm going to get it. And if that means cutting out meat, then I'm okay with that, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be so happy with my dream body. I've never seen a girl that has the body that I want. I've seen it on the internet. I'm doing the same thing as the people around me, and they're not seeing results. That means we're all doing something that's not wrong, but something that's not getting us the result that we want to see. So that means I'm going to take extreme measures and go a vegetarian. When you go to the gym, say the busiest hours, maybe half the people that go to the gym are actually working out. Now you see the people that actually have the muscles, that actually are really getting money at the gym, you know. So what are they doing different? They probably take into consideration what they eat. They probably did research on what muscles they wanted to build and what exercises to do, how many reps, how many sets, whatever. They're probably hydrating. They probably have a big water bottle that the average person wouldn't carry, and they're staying hydrated all throughout the day. Okay, that's something that I have to take note in. It's literally, it's just like people watching, you know. Another reason why I stopped eating meat was because of the health benefits. Now, I'm not gonna go into detail because there's so many health benefits, there's so many people's sides, like all this stuff. But what I'm saying is, if you do your research, you're gonna be more knowledgeable on the subject. Knowledge is power, you guys. Diabetes runs in my family deep, yo. Like, hella people in my family have diabetes. Everyone switches their diet when it's too late. You go to the doctor, what does your doctor say when you have diabetes? You need to watch what you eat. I really believe that if you change your diet, you have a less chance of getting diseases. And I understand that some stuff is genetic, that you are gonna get it, but I feel like when you eat and maintain a healthy diet, you have a lower risk of getting it. Or if you do, it might not be as severe. I don't want to have these health problems. Like, you guys, I really don't. I'm trying to max out. I'm really trying to live to see my great grandbabies and be functional to be so real. So I'm not saying that I wouldn't eat meat again. The only way I would eat meat is if I personally catch it or kill it or whatever. I think it was like in July I went deep sea fishing. I caught my own fish and I ate it. Everyone knows, if you guys have gone fishing, anyone who's gone fishing knows that fresh fish and fish that's on the market that you buy in the stores, completely different tastes. Fresh fish is the best, and that's why when you go to the beach, all these restaurants bring fresh fish in and they can charge a gang of money and you're gonna pay it and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, that was so good. It's because it's freaking fresh, guys. I'm gonna eat fresh meat. Don't get me wrong, I do care about animals. I don't want to seem like, oh my gosh, Chris is the animal hater, like whatever. No, one of the reasons why I went vegetarian was not to save the animals. Like, I know that sounds mean, but it is what it is, so take it as it is. And that sounds messed up and it sounds like I'm an animal hater, but I'm really not. I love animals, like I really do, but never stopped me from eating meat before, you know? You know that animals get slaughtered. You know that they're treated terribly, but yet you still eat a burger like 5 hours after watching a YouTube video. Any hoosers. Challenges of being a vegetarian. It's harder to eat out when you're a vegetarian. When you go to a restaurant with a group of people who are not vegetarians, it is a little more challenging because they don't understand that you can't just eat anywhere. First of all, the menus are usually limited. If you're not going to a vegetarian or vegan spot, menus limited. I went to Applebee's last night and I haven't been to Applebee's since I've been a vegetarian. Looked at their menu, they did not have one vegetarian sandwich, hamburger, wrap, nothing. I used to love going out to eat. Now, when people are like, oh, let's go get something to eat, I'm like, or I can cook. I learned how to cook for myself. Before I became a vegetarian, I could not cook. Like, I'm gonna be straight up. I didn't learn how. No one taught me how. I should have known how. I could not cook at all. Now, girl, you best believe I know how to use a knife. I know how to chop onions. Things I never knew how to do before. I can cook now, and it's because it's so easy. I recently learned how to make guacamole, which, okay, who doesn't love guac? Guac is amazing, okay? And if you don't like guac, let me make it for you and it will change your mind. I went to one of my friend's house and his whole family is vegetarians. And I was like, oh my gosh, it like worked out perfectly because I had made a bunch of guac earlier that day. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna bring like my guac and chips and see how they like it. See, this is the thing. When you cook for a vegetarian, you are a vegetarian, it's a different kind of, is it good, is it not? If I were to cook for, say, my mom, she's not a vegetarian, she's not gonna appreciate my food as much as a vegetarian would. I brought this Tupperware guac and I brought chips and everyone was eating it, you guys. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, this is really good. Chrissy, you made this? And I was like, yeah, and they're like, it's so good. I kid you not, we finished the entire Tupperware and they're just like eating it, like, oh my gosh, I'm so full, but it's so good. That was a huge compliment to me. Like, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, that's so cool. It just made me so happy because I've never cooked for anyone like that, you know, like a group of vegetarians. My friend and his family have been vegetarians their entire life and they say it's good and I'm just like, it must be good, like, yeah. It's just like, it's so cool. It was so cool. Like, it just like, it made my heart so whole. Being a vegetarian, you save a lot of money. First of all, because fruits and vegetables are dirt cheap, aside from like avocados. Food prep is survival, you guys. Being a vegetarian, food, prep. You have to food prep. 100%. I do read labels a little bit on stuff that I'm kind of unsure about. For instance, marshmallows and gummies have gelatin, right? What's gelatin? Gelatin is crushed up animal bones. So it's like, well, if I'm a vegetarian, I can't be eating that. Same with refried beans. What do they use to make refried beans? They put in pig lard, Mexican rice, chicken broth. Knowing what exactly goes into your food all goes back to research. You really have to research because you'd be amazed at how much stuff we use animal products for that you don't even know about. Like marshmallows, why the heck would there be animal bones in there? Like, what? A lot of these chains, you can't just ask the owner like what goes in here, which is why I really like mom and pop shops because they know exactly what's going in there. It can be kind of embarrassing when you're first starting out, you know, you don't have that confidence to ask because you don't want to feel different and you're just like, oh, I just won't eat here. But as soon as you start asking, it's gonna be so much better and you're gonna feel so much more comfortable with being a vegetarian because you're not afraid to ask, you're building that confidence. I am the person that goes to Subway and there's people in front of me and the girl gets to me and I tell her, can you change your gloves? Because she just rolled up a freaking turkey sandwich and she just touched the meat and now she's about to touch my sandwich. Absolutely not. Like, no. First of all, no. I'm that girl. And that's very extra of me, but at the same time, cross-contamination, you guys, is real. Don't be afraid to ask. I mean, they might give you a look like,
oh my gosh, like whatever.
But at the end of the day, I'm living a healthy life. You're gonna dog me for it. I'm okay with that. I have bigger obstacles in my life than the girl that dogged me at Subway. Stand up for yourself. You know, stand up and be strong. And me asking, oh, can you change your gloves? Like, I'm so sorry, like, da 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 da. You know, you feel like, hey, I stood up for myself and I got what I wanted because I asked for it, and now you just have this different confidence than what you would if you just stayed quiet. You didn't eat your sandwich, you hate it, you're never going to Subway again, you're just like getting smaller and smaller and smaller with all these negative thoughts when you could just simply ask. See, now the thing about Subway is, this is where it's kind of hard. Subway has their lineup as bread, meat, veggies. So say old boy in front of me is getting a turkey sandwich, right? She gets the bread, cuts it, puts turkey. Do you want it baked? Whatever. Okay. Then she's gonna put all the veggies on top. Well, what happened? She's wearing the same gloves. She just put the meat with the gloves on the sandwich. Now she's taking the same gloves, picking up the vegetables. The way they have it, their line organized, it should not be like that. You know who has a good lineup is Pieology. Whatever dough, whatever sauce, the cheese, and then they put all the veggies first, and then they have the section of meat after, which is sanitary. No cross-contamination right there at all. They have different knives for each one. So if this is a all meat pizza, they're gonna cut it with a certain knife. If this is a vegan pizza, they're gonna cut it with a certain knife. Every time. Subway, tip them. Pieology, tip them. I appreciate them going that extra mile for me. I tip them because you're setting up the next person for success. The next person that asks me for gloves, you know, I'm gonna switch it and I'm not gonna give a mean face to because she tipped me. Because people love money. I'm huge on cross-contamination. I used to work in the back of the house. I know exactly what goes on. Me and one of my friends, we went to a bar. Bars have small kitchens. They probably don't have multiple fryers. They probably fry the French fries, onion rings, and calamari all in the same fryer. So what that means is that calamari juice is on your fries. Fast food chains have one fryer just specifically for fries because that's what they focus on. They're just pumping out these fries all day with every meal, pumping, pumping, pumping. Pump it, pump it, pump it. Pump up the jam, pump it up. Well, no. And so it's like, I know this sounds like, oh my gosh, Chrissy, you are so extra. But at the same time, it's like, I'm being cautious. I know what's up. People are going to talk crap to you constantly. Holy ball sack. They are just gonna go in and act like you know the answers to everything. You guys, you would not believe the kind of questions I get. Why are you grilling me right now? Why are you asking me all these questions that you could easily Google? People fear what they don't know. When I first became a vegetarian, of course, everyone has something to say about it. Everyone and their mother has to put in their 2 cents. It literally bothers people. When you tell them that you're a vegetarian, it bothers them. And I don't know why. Your whole life, you're gonna get people taking punches at you. So you might as well just like freaking build your armor. That's exactly what I did. You have to get thick skin because what I want to do with my life, no one believes in me. And guess what? Being a vegetarian is the first step of building armor for myself, for building that confidence, for building that strong mind. The benefits that I've noticed throughout my own body in the past year. And this is where it gets good, okay? Acne. Oh my gosh. I used to have acne like a mofo. Never in high school. And then I got it early 20s, I started breaking out. Hella bad. Self-confidence went down. Since my self-confidence went down, I gained weight. I would eat when I was stressed. I would eat when I was sad. I would eat when I was mad. Pimples everywhere. You know what? Let's just throw some pictures. Let's throw some pictures up here. Yep. I'm not even mad at it because it is what it is. It is what it is, you guys. Like, this was me. Straight up, this was me. I get breakouts every now and then. I get a pimple if I'm on my period. If I eat a whole cheese pizza in a day, which I probably shouldn't do, but you know. I get a pimple if I eat chocolate ice cream. Other than that, you guys, my acne really calmed down. Now my acne scars. So all of those years of pimple popping and all that jazz, now I have scars just on my cheeks right here. I actually did research the other day of what vegetables and fruits I need to add to my diet in order for my skin to heal itself for acne scars. Eating good food that for your acne is that you don't have to waste all this money on products, on these acne washes. I've been through Proactiv, I've done Roldan & Fields, I've spent
hundreds
of dollars on acne products, and I have never seen a result as much as I've seen by changing my diet. Straight up, I have not. Don't get me wrong, I still wash my face in the morning, wash it at night. There's such a huge difference in my acne. Remember the confidence we were talking about? If you spoke to me 3 years ago, my confidence, my self-talk, nasty. I would literally look at the mirror, you guys, this is not a joke. Ooh, 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 ooh. Krista, whew, I might cry. Hold on. Ooh, I'm so emotional. Okay, we're in a good place. Sorry, my voice gets all crackly when I'm like about to cry. And then I just stop talking because it's like my voice gives out, so bear with me. I used to look at myself in the mirror and I would cry. I'd just sit there and I'd just look at myself. I don't even want to say the things that I used to tell myself because it was so bad. It was so nasty. I just wanted to get a knife and just like cut my face. Like I just wanted to peel it all away. Like I just want to like, for the first time since I was in high school, I can touch my face without feeling a bump. Just being able to go like this, like literally going like this and not feeling a bump is insane. Remembering how I used to talk to myself is just like, that's what's sad to me. That's what gets me the most, is how I used to treat myself. Any hoosers, let's move on. You guys, I lost over 20 pounds.
Okay, so I'm working on this video. This is a current video. I just filmed this like last week. This one I recorded probably about a year ago before I was a vegetarian, so maybe a year and a half ago. Look at the difference between these two. Look at my neck in this one. In this one, my neck is really puffy and just like big. This one, it's more defined. You can see the lines of me being defined. With this, my chin, you can see that I have a line right here. This one, I do not have a line for a chin at all. It's just round like a balloon or something. I look way more swollen in this picture than I do this one. And the one thing that I gave up was meat. So, #vegetarian life.
You wouldn't think that a lot of your weight comes from meat, but apparently it does, because I lost weight. Other benefits are I don't get stomach aches after I eat food.
Man, my stomach hurts. What did I eat? Oh no, I need to blow up the toilet right now. Oh gosh.
Nope, that does not happen. I'm not ever constipated. I don't feel bloated either. You know when you're like full, you just feel like,
Oh, I just need to sit and just be bloated like,
No, this does not happen. You could eat your freaking guts out when you're a vegetarian, be full, but it's a light full. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a light, but you're still full, but you're just not bloated and like sluggish and everything else. You can eat as much as you want and you'll still be chilling because everything you're eating is hella good for you. Unless you're doing all that fried jazz, then probably not. Your poop and farts do not smell as if they were when you were a meat eater. I'm gonna be straight up with you. When I wasn't a vegetarian, you took a dump, it smelled.
and you're just like, oh.
When you're a vegetarian, I'll poop anywhere. I don't care, because you know what? I know my poop does not smell. It does not smell. It's so crazy that the scent is different and it's cleaner and you don't smell like you want to barf. Or for instance, when you smell someone else pooping,
You're just like this is disgusting.
you need to light a match, or no one go in there for about 45 minutes because, you know, I blew it up. No, that is not the case. That is not the case, like, whatsoever. Being a vegetarian for a year, I still do think about meat. Not as much. I would say maybe 4 times a week. Before, it used to be every day of every meal. It's still kind of weird to me that I think about it that many times and it's been a year. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you guys in my next video, all right? Bye, guys.